Hello YouTubers and welcome to my new site, Ultimate GamerX. I am UGX and I am inviting you to join me to the quest, to the ultimate quest to find the best gamer ever. But before we find that gamer, let me find the best mayor ever, starting with Simcity 2013. As most of you know, Simcity 2013 is a city builder simulation game where you have your own city and you just manage everything around your city, your economy, your infrastructure, your actual the actual shape of your city. And this is the newest version of SimCity. It launched last spring, and I'm sorry, it was launched in spring 2013. And what we're going to do, we're going to play in offline mode, as you can see, and we're going first of all to create a game. So this is the create a game screen. I have already saved a game that I used to experiment with some features. So we're going to make a new game, and we want to choose a medium-sized region. Now the thing about SimCity 2013 is that regions were introduced to us by Maxis. That means that you don't have one huge city anymore. Instead of this, you're going into a region directly where it consists of some cities. So for now, allow me to choose a region. I really want a region not too big and not too small. Cape Trinity doesn't work for me right now. It has only 3 cities and it's really basic. The cities are pretty easy to play, so I don't want this one. Discovery Delta, it's too big, I think. Maybe not Horizon Archipelago. Granite Lake, no. Oh, Edgewater Bay seems like a good one. It has 7 cities and 1 great work. No, 11 cities and no. Discovery Delta. Sunrunner Bay, it's too small. I don't want this. Maybe we're going for Edgewater Bay. And it has 7 cities and 1 great work. Most of the cities are around the bay, close to the water, so I think it's perfect to start with this region. We're going to name it. It's my first video, so I'm going to name it by the channel's name, UGX. Of course, we're not playing in sandbox mode. We're going to let the game build the map randomly, and I'm playing alone, as you can see. So what we're going to do now is we're going to jump into the city selection tab and or claim city tab, whatever you want to call it, and we're going to choose a city. So my first city, which I want to start with, I really want to find a city with many natural resources. So I really want to build an industrial city, heavy industrial city, where I can exploit natural resources. So I'm gonna check right now and find out which city has the most natural resources. So it's like Fort Ferguson has coal and oil, tons of it. Mackenzie Point has only some coal. So what I really want to find is a city with tons of coal or oil. I don't care so much about ore. So maybe Fort Ferguson. Here is a Burdon Basin. It has some coal, some ore, pretty much good amount of oil, but I really want the oil bar at least, or the coal bar to be full. So here it's like Callahan Canyon has coal, but not so much oil and some more. Maybe it's a good one. But yes, Greatness Bridge, and we have Fort Ferguson where we have tons of oil and tons of coal. So it doesn't have any ore, but it's not problem for me at this point, because I really want to exploit oil and coal, and maybe I will claim Fort Ferguson and start there to make my heavy industrial city, my first heavy industrial city. It has rail also, I can see rail connection and sea connection. And we're starting with 50,000 simoleons. It's the standard startup amount of money in this game. And we're going to claim for Ferguson. So here we are at Fort Ferguson. This is our first area where we're going to work out. First thing you can actually see is that Max's maps were reduced a lot. So we have a much smaller area to work on compared to other Simcities, and some people may find this annoying, but for me it's really nice. This is a nice aspect of the game where you can actually specialize your city, like real specializing. You don't have room to put everything here. You can choose where to specialize with, and then you can work out with the rest of the cities in this region and their specializations, and so one city completes the other ones and works for the general prosperity of this region. So what I like to do here, and usually when I claim one region, is that I choose my first city to be heavily industrial, and that's why, and actually exploiting natural resources, coal and oil particular. So here we can see the full region. It has 7 cities and around the bay, and one island where the great work is going to be, which we're going to see later. What we're going to choose is pretty early in the game for the great work. So what I was telling you is that I greatly prefer to start with a city that's heavily industrial and exploits natural resources, because in this game the best way, the easiest way to make money, to make tons of money at the beginning when you start playing a region, is to start specializing in drilling or mining, meaning either you have to choose taking coal out of your city with mining, or choose to take oil out of your city with drilling. So I'm gonna start building some roads. We want the main artery to be built, and we're going to start with an avenue. It's always nice and really practical and really convenient for your later traffic in the game to have an avenue actually connecting your city to the main highway. And that's because the main highway, if it's the connection to the main highway, can turn really easily into a bottleneck and cover many cars and much traffic early in your city development. So we're going to start with an avenue, yes, with a medium density avenue maybe. We see that this region has a really huge cliff that covers most of this area, most of the land. So we're going to build an avenue around the cliff and try to exploit as much space as we can. So yes, avenues are quite expensive. You see, it costs like around 10 simoleons to build an avenue, 10 simoleons per meter, I think, or something like that. So I'm going to start from here, and I'm gonna go around the hill and make my city's main artery going around. No, that's wrong. We don't want to start from here. We want to connect to the main highway. So I'm gonna start from here and go all around. And I really want to follow the grid lines. Grid lines in this game are really helpful. It helps you make your city really efficient and really, how can we say this, really symmetric. So yes, that's the first part of my avenue, and now I'm gonna use a tool for arced roads. as the game says it, and we're going to make an arc road that goes around following the curve of the land, and we're gonna stop it close to the grid line somewhere here. And I guess that now we're going to follow the grid lines and build some dirt roads around our avenue in a tree style building, meaning that we're going to build roads going to the left and to the right of our main avenue like small branches. So it's a really good strategy for your main artery that connects you to the highway to keep your first junction of your main artery not too close to your avenue, but a little bit far away, like here, because if it's close to the avenue, it can really turn also in a bottleneck. Even if your main artery is an avenue, your first section is a really important role, because if you have a traffic light later in the game really close to the main highway, it will make the main highway to have traffic jams, and this is something you don't want to. You don't want the people that want to work there, especially because this is going to be an industrial city. You don't want the people that will come and commute to work there to wait in the traffic jam for 2 or 3 hours during rush hour especially. So we're going to build some dirt roads, and now we're going to start zoning. So as I told you, this will be a mainly industrial city, but because it's our first city, we have to make some people come in first, so we can have some workers. We're going to zone some residential buildings near our avenue, or maybe not. Maybe we can start putting some residential houses, maybe somewhere a little further, or no, we can start to the main avenue, and then we're going to build some commercial buildings. But we really don't need that much commercial. The main rule is that in every 5 blocks of residential you can build 1 block of commercial, and the people will be pretty happy. So we're going to start zoning residential here and here, opposite of the highway, and here and there. It's pretty good. We're going to put some commercial also here. I think it will do the job. It will be enough for these sims. We're going to put it right there. Yes. Then some more residential, so we can have as much people as we can. And then I'm going to put some industrial. You see that the wind is blowing all the way to the east. That's gonna be a bad thing for our sims, too. All the toxic smoke, all the pollution is going to blow on top of their houses, but actually we don't care about it right now, because the wind is not really convenient for this particular city, and we don't have the money to extend our roads that much. And right now, for now at least, we have 21,000 simoleons. We're almost done, from less than half from what we started. So we are going to leave our industry there. You see that people are already starting moving in, and I'm going to show you that what Max has created a really useful tool at the Simcity, and it's called maps, data maps. And actually the button in the down right side of the screen, it's called all data maps, and there it has all the data maps available to you, like the population map, where it can show you the population of the city, which of them are home, which of them are working, which of them are tourists, and etc. The happiness map, where it shows you how happy are your residents. Right now we can't see anything because they haven't moved in. The building density map, where it shows you if what's the density of the house. We're going to see that later. The residential map, where it shows you how much money they have and how happy they are. The commercial map, where the sims. Industrial map, a real important map, it's the land value map, and as much as it goes blue, the value increases, but the red parts, like that one, it's really low land value. We see that we already have a spot of low land value map because we have some industrials on there. So industrials tend to low land value. Have the industrial tech map. We actually don't have any factories yet to see that. And we're pretty low at tech, I can guess. We have the power map. No power yet. Water map, sewage map. Then waste disposal map. We don't have any waste yet. Fire risk map and all these things like health map and crime map and education. All the information you need to know. We have germs map where it can show you what kind of germs we have in our city and from where they're coming off. We can't see anything right now. We're pretty clean right now, but believe me, this city is going to be really polluted sometime soon. Now the air pollution map, right now it's clean, but the browner the air, the more the pollution. Ground pollution map, wind map, that's a really important map. You have, every time you go to a new city, you have to check that map actually, in order to see where you're going to put, where the wind blows, so that you can know that you know where to put your industry and all these polluting things that actually are producing smoke. Right now we don't care so much about this because this city is going to be polluted anyway everywhere sometime soon. So what we need right now is to, you know, to expand really quickly and gather up some sims, and then we're going to build my next plan. The next city I'm planning to do is to make a residential city to act like suburb where most of the residents there are going to commute here, and actually very few people are going to live here. So yes, we don't care about our sims that much right now, so we're going to leave it like that. Pretty soon all the smoke is going to cover these first neighbors right there, but it's okay. We're going to make profit, so who cares about pollution? I believe simply won't care either. So yes, there's also a bunch of other useful maps we can see below. So this is a really useful tab, and it's something that Maxis changed since their last SimCity. What they did actually is that they abandoned all these huge graphs with numbers and bars and stuff, and they make everything visual. Now you can see, here's the radiation map, for example, and some transportation maps. But now we're going to see some really important maps for me and for my first city. It's actually the coal map, where you can see the coal. We have tons of coal on top of this hill. Really big mine over there, and the smaller one to the eastern part and south. And we're going to check also about how we're doing in oil. We don't have any ore, as you can see. We already know that. And oh my god, we have tons of oil. We have 3 big lakes, as I like to tell these things. I like to call them oil lakes. So we have 3 oil lakes, 1 huge and 2 smaller next to it. So we're going to exploit all this soil, and believe me, we're going to make tons of money. So what I was saying to you, it was that Maxis changed all these graphics and bars and numbers with visualization, which actually comes in very handy for the player, because you can see what happens in your town and where it happens and why it happens. So that's pretty useful. We have the trade map. We don't have any trade right now. So yeah, that's pretty useful. And I'm going right now, we're going, and tourism map also. We're going to close this tab, and we're going to actually see what's happening in our city. Right now we have power deficit. Of course, we don't have any power yet, so our people are start complaining about power. So we need power right now in order to power our very first residents and very first industries. Something that guy wants there. They want a town hall. Yes, of course, we're going to make a town hall sometime soon. So yes, so right now we need power. So we're going to start with oil power plants. Our city has tons of oil. I'm going to exploit this oil, so we're going with oil power plant that's gonna come and be like really. I'm going to build some more roads here first. So the power plant, the oil power plant, is going to come in very, very handy for me and really cheap. So I'm gonna check where is the oil lake, the big oil lake. It's there, and I'm gonna build a road that's going almost above the big oil lake. It's gonna be right there. Nope. Maybe right there. Okay. And I'm going to build the oil power plant really close to the lake, because that lake is going where I'm going to build my oil drilling thing. So we don't have money for the power plant, so I'm going to take a bond. Bonds are very useful in these games, and don't afraid to exploit them. They're actually not that expensive. So right now we just borrowed 25,000 simoleons, and we're going to pay them back for 175 per hour. That's not that much, and we're going to pay around 2,500 simoleons more. So that's not too much. And so we have now the money. I'm not going for the wind power plant. The wind is not too strong right now, so I'm going for the oil power plant. The good thing with oil and coal power plants are that they're coming with some actual oil to burn at first. So they have oil to burn. So right now our oil power plant has around 2,000 barrels to burn, and that will be pretty enough till we find the money and build our first drilling factory. So right now I'm gonna put also water tower somewhere not really close. We have tons of towers, tons of water in my city, and we're going to put it somewhere not very close to industry. Maybe there it's good, perfect. So like our citizens have water also now, and they have electricity. So I was telling you that 2,000 barrels are pretty enough for some time. So you're going to be okay until you build your first drilling company. So I'm going to put also a sewage treatment plant next to my oil power plant, because Sims tend to poop a lot. You see, like already, like we have 282 citizens and 5 industries, but they're just pooping. They're pooping everywhere, and all this poop is going straight to my sewage thing, whatever. And if we let this grow up, there are actually these bubbles, these brown poop bubbles, or start to explode. Then you know Sims are getting sick. So thank God we have one of these pretty early in the game. So here you can see like our our power factory was producing some electricity. It was everywhere, and we also have water everywhere. Now we're going to build our town hall. Our Sims are going to be really happy about our town hall. They like the mayor, they want him to be in a town hall. So the town hall, it's actually a gift for your game. If you provide your citizens with power and water, then you get the town hall. I'm going to put it, I don't know, maybe the highway, somewhere by the sea maybe. No, I'm going to put it right there. I really don't care about the town hall right now. It's going to be an industrial city, not a beautiful city, so we can put it everywhere we want. So yes, congratulations. Now we can name our city. So Fort Ferguson, it's not a fort. I don't know, maybe it was a fort in the hill sometimes, I don't know, before I came here, but right now I'm gonna change it. It has tons of oil, so we're going to name it, I don't know, maybe we can name it something like an Arab country or something, maybe like an Arab Emirate, maybe I don't know, let me see, maybe we can name it Dubai, yes, or New Dubai, you know, we're going to be better than Dubai, so we're going to be New Dubai. Yes, that's our first city. How our first city was named, New Dubai. Yep. So okay, we have our new name. It's New Dubai. We have power, we have water, we have shields. So for this period of time, we're pretty good. You can see that right now we're actually losing money, but that's not something we're going to worry. I've heard many people complaining about losing money and be broke too quickly in the game. I really find it hard to run out of money and actually, lose money instead of winning money. And you really see, you are going to see why. I've never get in a situation where I don't have any money in SimCity till now. So I put some zones also, some more zoning to have some more industries and some more residents, and I'm going to build some more roads, some more dirt roads. So we're going to follow the grids, the grid lines, which is actually quite useful. And in order to trigger the grid lines, you have to choose the road, and then these lines are showing you the possible parallel roads that can be built. So if you trigger that, if you go to that road, it says you there are parallels, and if you go to the highway, it shows you there are possible parallel roads. So it's really easy to build parallel blocks, straight roads, and stuff like that. You will see, like, I really love the rectangle cities, because this game is all about efficiency. And believe me, all these curves and all these arches and all these, complex and beautiful to the eye things with the roads that many users are doing, they're not really efficient, because in that tight area, that pretty much small area, you need to explore as much space as you can. So rectangle is the perfect way to explore the best, to exploit the best of your city. So for this industrial city, we're going to do it, everything is going to be mostly rectangle, because we really want to exploit even the last inch of it. So yes, I'm zoning a little bit more. I'm going to have really big industrial area there, some more there, and maybe some commercial, not so much commercial, but maybe till there. Yep, and some more residential. We speed up the game a little bit. We're going to cheat speed, because the game goes pretty slow right now. We want some residents to move in, and we're already winning money, as you can see. So we can build a gambling house right now, but we're really not into that. So yes, what I was telling you before this is that the best way to exploit, to make money really fast in this game with the least possible investment. Here in Town Hall we have, it's okay, I believe we're close to the first upgrade, but it's okay. So the best way to make money with the least possible investment is to invest in oil drilling or coal mining, because they're pretty easy and pretty cheap to do it, and it can bring you big money back. Really big money, you can see why. And right now I'm going to specialize actually, and I'm going to drilling. As many specialization there, as you can see, culture, tourism, etc. But we're going to drilling. And yes, that's the oil well. We have to build our first oil well. It's pretty expensive, so I think I'm gonna take another bond. We don't have the money right now, and I really don't want to wait. My oil plant, I'm sure it has more than enough barrels, but I really don't want to wait. So I'm gonna take another bond, not 25,000 smallest bond. And now we have the money to build our oil well. And I'm going to put it right above the big oil lake. That's a place where it's actually really efficient. Right there. Boom. Perfect. So now our oil well is going to start working. It's not working right now, it's actually hiring. So we're going to put the sign, of course. So signs are really important in SimCity. They're actually useless, but there are signs. Who doesn't like a sign? I tend to put a sign in everything in SimCity. Building without a sign is not that effective for me. It's not a building. So I'm gonna put a sign also in the old power plant. I forgot before. So yes, boom. That's the sign. And what does the sign say? It's so funny. This golf sign says golf. Dedicated to the environment. Yes, sure. That's a really dedicated environmental dedicated factory for sure. No pollution at all. We're going to see how brown the city is going to be, and all this area is going to be really polluted in a few days. So we have right now 2 oil pump jacks working for us. They're actually not producing that much oil, but they're at their full productivity. They're pumping around 1,200 barrels per day. Right now they're just pumping 50 barrels, but it's going pretty soon going up to 1,200 barrels. Believe me, they're just up the lake and they're going to make tons of oil. So yes, this thing started working, so we have start producing our first barrels of oil. I'm going to extend the dirt road a little bit, and maybe I will add another pump jack somewhere here, so we can start with a pretty decent amount of production for the first few days. And what else right now? Yes, we can check our government tab. We are not really close to the upgrade right now. So our oil factory is producing stuff, so we're going to be rich anytime soon, believe me. But right now we're also gaining around 2,000 simoleons per hour, so we're pretty good even right at this very moment. So maybe I'm gonna start building some more dirt roads. Yes, maybe because I need some more zoning. Maybe I can. Yes, maybe I can do this dirt road right there. And I'm going to zone some more residential there, because we need more citizens. So right now we're around 4,000 citizens already, but we need more for all this industry in order to have everyone working and every available job to be vacant. You can see at the tabs that we have some we need some more medium wealth residential and some low wealth commercial buildings. So these tabs, these bars at the right, they just, you can see there what is needed in your city, and later on in your region, if you have more than one city, you can see what's hot in the region, what the people need. They need more houses, they need more industry, whatever. So yes, that's our beautiful region over there, and this is a huge hill where we can exploit everything. So yes, I was telling you that you can make big money with natural resources like oil and coal, especially coal. Of course you need a trade depot. We're not going to build a trade depot right now because we don't have the money, but we're going to do it soon, because you can sell oil through your depots and not through your oil well. Your oil well just produces the oil. So yes, that's our zones, and maybe we can check and maybe we can, yes, we can. I'm going to develop the town over the hill sometime. Maybe I will do the coal mine, but not right now. Now we're good with oil, and yes, the power plant is working. So now you can see that our taxes are like around 9%. It's not that high. The general rule that applies is that you can, the balance point is around 11%, where you can have some money and actually having your sims not complaining and not abandon your city for high taxes. Oh, right now our oil well produces 1,100 barrels per day, so it's pretty good production for the start. Not very much, but very big, but it's okay. So here's our trade depot. It's only around 10,000, but we're not going to spend that money right now. We're actually not going to trade right now. We don't have that much production. So yes, maybe we should upgrade our no, we cannot upgrade our town hall yet because we are only 4,400 people, so we cannot upgrade yet. But I'm going to extend my highway a little bit, maybe till the grid line there. Yeah, just wait. Yes, there. And I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna build more dirt roads because I believe we need more zoning in order to have some more people come to our town. Maybe I will get the highway up to the hill with the curve tool. Let me see. No, not that way. I want to go straight forward, but no, it cannot happen. I'm going from there, it turns. No, no. It goes ugly. It gets ugly. It's not straight. Maybe I can turn. No, I'm going to let it like that because, you know, the cities in reality, they don't have perfect roads, you know. They don't have perfect rectangle roads. They have all their small mistakes. So I'm gonna leave it like that. It's more realistic, I think, up the hill. So sometimes I'm going to extend this highway up the hill, but not right now. We don't have the money to do this, so I'm going to build some dirt roads. Maybe you're asking why I'm starting with dirt roads. It's because it's really cheap to make them at the beginning, and when the density, the building density is low, which is always low at the beginning, it doesn't matter if you have a dirt road or a small road, they're not going to develop any faster. So we're starting with dirt roads, which is much cheaper, and actually we have the possibility to upgrade them later on in the game, so why not? So the upgrades with the streets goes like the dirt road can be upgraded to be a high density road, medium density road, or something. No, high density road, and it can never be an avenue. An avenue can only develop if it was an avenue from the beginning where it was built. So I'm going to make a road connecting these three dirt roads, and you see that the grid lines help me to make it at the right angle parallel to my main highway, so it looks more beautiful. So I'm going to make some more residential zoning here, and then a little bit commercial for them. They're too far away from the other commercial zone, and maybe some more residential there. And yes, also some residential close to these factories, but we're also an industrial city, so I'm going to build some industrial zoning also. We don't have any demand on industrial, as you can see from our bars to the right, but we're going to build it anyway. We're going to be industrial. We want this area to be heavily industrial. I'm going to build a residential along this highway and build some more industrial there. It's not that much, but it will do the job, I guess. And yes, the wind is blowing to the east. These people to the north, they're in my left, they don't have any real problem, but that people over there, they have tons of pollution over them. So yes, I built some more roads there, and right now, oh my god, we have 14 deaths per day. My god, my sims are dying like animals. Yep, pollution is working, I guess. So we have to build a hospital right now. And let me see, I can upgrade my town hall and it became city hall. Yes, and one great feature that city hall has is that you can actually loan take bigger bond. So what I'm going to do right now, first of all, is I'm going to put a sign in my city hall. Of course, it's really important. Signs are important, I told you. And then maybe I will pick up to build a department. Departments are really useful. One really useful department is the Department of Utilities, but I really like to start with Department on Finance. And this is what I'll show you after I put the department down to my city hall. Okay, first of all, maybe I should take some bond, a bigger bond, because I don't have money for the department. So you can see that we loaned 50,000 simoleons right now. because you have the city hall. And I'm going to build the Department of Finance. I like to start with the Department of Finance because Department of Finance doesn't do anything really exciting, but it lets you oh my god, the deaths are rising. But it lets you actually tax the Sims separately, by how wealthy they are and by what building they have. So you can see that we have many tabs about taxes right now, many more than before. We have 9 tabs. I'm going to put all the taxes right now. I'm going to raise them all to 10%. It's a pretty good level. We can make some more money right now, and maybe we can increase to 11 sometime later, and then we're going to increase or decrease according to what's going on in our city. So the general rule is 11 for everyone. It's pretty good, and our deaths are dying like animals. There's just 15 deaths per day. Oh my god, this is really important. So I'm going to put a cleaning right now. Because that's huge. We're not going to develop if we have 15 dead people per day. So it's a really good thing to put all your emergency services, fire station and police station and the cleaning near to a highway. Of course, I'm going to put a sign in the cleaning because it's not that effective without a sign. I'm going to put an extra ambulance because believe me, we're going to need it. And I'm going to put an extra room, an extra waiting room or something, because it's really gonna fill up really quickly. It's right now it's closed, but believe me, it's gonna start working. So we're going to check air pollution because that's really interesting, and you can see that it's already, this town is already polluted. You see that the air is blowing and see all these brown clouds. It's light brown right now, but it's going to be really worse later, believe me, especially for the people at the east near the entry of the town. So yes, our cleaning is now closed, but believe me, when it opens it will be like hell. Like, my people are dying, so please save them. So we're pretty good right now. We have all the first resources, we have some money, so we're going to leave the game right here. I'm gonna save it for next time. We're around 5,000 sims. So I really want to thank you a lot for viewing this first video of me. If you have any suggestions, if you want to say anything, just leave your comment below. Please, if you like the video or even if you don't like it, subscribe to my channel, and we're going to continue this series and maybe start more series of other games. So thanks for watching me. Thanks. That was my first video. So thanks a lot, YouTubers. Really have a great time whatever you do, and see you next time. Bye bye.